Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Chris back with you again. We're at it again. We're on our way to find another pond right near Terrell Cemetery. It's about another 2.5 miles out in the Charles C. Deam Wilderness. We're gonna go camp by another pond. This one is called the Axsom Branch Pond. I think it might be more popular than the last one I found, but let's go find it. Come on. Okay, it rained down here a little earlier today, so things are a little wet, but it's not supposed to rain anymore. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. We're only going to do one night, but I might stay until about lunchtime tomorrow. We're going to try out a few pieces of new gear, and we're just going to have us some fun. That's really all it boils down to, is having some fun. Well, this looks like a familiar sight. Okay, so seems like I was just here last weekend. All right, we're going to stop and check Gaia. All right, so I actually need to go this way. Last time I went this way, but we're gonna do some bushwhacking now, and we're not gonna get lost. And you can see I've got a sharp turn right there, and then I got a very narrow band to get to the pond. So off we go. Boy, did I luck out. This old forest road is right along the same way that I need to go, and hopefully it turns left where I need to turn left. We made it, folks. We are at Axsom Branch Pond, and it is a little bigger than the other one. That's what she said. Anyway, I'm going to go over to the other side to see if there's any decent campsites right on the lake or the pond here. 2.88 miles from the fire tower, and I got lucky this time because I found 2 overgrown forest roads, old forest roads, and the bushwhacking on this one was a minimal. So I got to get my hammock set up. Let's get going. Okay, I got a couple of good trees right here. There's no actual campsites here, like nobody's made one. So I have camping around another pond that is solitude, all solitude, man. And look at this. Got the sun setting over there, so I need to get busy. I will bring you back when I have my hammock set up, and it may be dark, so I'll have to use a light. Okay, literally the fastest I've ever thrown my hammock up, and it'd be right the first time. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm just not that great at it yet. But let me tell you what makes a difference. The gentleman that I interviewed last, who makes these Namaclaws, yeah, this makes adjusting your tarp back and forth, it makes it so much easier, especially if you have a 12-foot hammock and you have a 12-foot tarp. You want to make sure that you get them, you get your hammock centered. So the other thing that makes it easy is this right here. This is called, I think he calls this the unlevel. I don't know that he's selling them yet, but he had a few and he gave a few away. So the process of this is I make my feet a little higher than my head. I put this on the ridge line, I get in it, and I make adjustments until it's centered, it's level when I'm in it. And that's how you know you're going to have a very good flat lay, and that just makes it so much faster. So now I'm going to get my underquilt going, and look at this beautifulness over here. Man, this is going to be a good night, and it's going to be a good day tomorrow. I got a ribeye. I got some bacon and eggs. I'm going to make all of that on my new Jetboil Stash. Stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get this. This is dialed in. I'm just going to get it functional now. All right, check this out, guys. I got my hammock set up. Finally got everything finished. But look at this. I've always wanted one of these. This is the UCO Candle Lantern. I know they've been out since the 70s. But man, I've always wanted one. So we're going to use that to provide a little ambience tonight. So I'm going to get it lit here in just a second. And then I'll show you the hammock. And I'll come back and show you. Okay, I pulled the glass down on it. So now I'm just going to light it up. The day he set his hammock on fire. Okay. And don't burn ourselves. There. And that's a 9-hour candle. So now I'm going to hang it up. All right, there we go. Pretty cool light. Can't make a fire where I'm at, but I mean, I guess I could, but I like the ambience. I like saying that word wrong, apparently. But I got a porch mode going on. I normally don't bring trekking poles, but dang that Brian Carlson from Carlson Adventures, he's always putting his in porch mode, and it always looks so good. I decided to give it a try with these new Namaclaws, and boy, that is tight like a tiger right there. But we are ready for dinner. Well, no, we're having dinner tonight. We're ready for sitting around and stuff. Okay, or staring at the candle. That's what we're ready for. I'm rambling. So everything is set up as I said earlier. I'm not eating tonight. I'm going to eat breakfast in the morning and then probably stick around for lunch. I do have a cool, this is the Night Eyes Shine line for your hammock. It does this and it blinks. And then it turns off. There's not much to it, but it is rechargeable, which is kind of cool. The wind is picking up, and luckily I scouted out and made sure that I don't have any widowmakers nearby. But I do need to take the thing out of porch mode, the tarp, before I go to bed. But it's been a nice night, I have to say. The UCO Candle Lantern, I love that thing. I also got the candelier, the bigger one that has the 3 candles in it. I think I'm going to use that for just like truck camping. And the whole reason I got it, they don't put out a lot of light, but it's the nostalgia. It's a little cheaper than a Coleman lantern, which is what I really want to use. But I don't want to lug a big Coleman lantern out here. So I got this little one for ambience. I think I'm gonna turn in. It's about 10 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna turn in and get things ready, and we will see you guys in the morning, and then we'll go take a look at the cool pond in the morning. So catch you back then. Man, what a beautiful morning here on this ridge. Wow. Sun shining through. Trees right there. And I didn't know this, but, and you may not be able to tell this, but there's a pretty substantial drop off right down through over there. And I think I'm going to have my breakfast right over here among these logs, because I didn't bring a chair. I was trying to save some weight. So I think I'll just sit over there on those logs and get my breakfast started. And then we'll go to explore the pond. But great night's sleep. The hammock performed beautifully. Dream Hammock makes a good hammock. Look at this beautiful woods. Wow. All right, let's get breakfast started. Okay. Got a new table. This is the Soto Windhopper. Excuse me. Very easy to use, very lightweight. It's made of aluminum. You can see it unfolds very easily. Very sturdy. And this morning, we're going to cook us some breakfast and some coffee using our Jetboil Stash. And also splurged a little, treated myself, and got a Jetboil Summit Frying Pan. This is the aluminum frying pan that you can use with Jetboil stoves. And the thing I like about it, it comes with a little spatula, but it fits perfectly right there. That is a mobile breakfast system. Okay, so here's a little camping hack I learned the hard way. If you're gonna have bacon in the backcountry, bring the already cooked bacon. It decreases the amount of grease you have to worry about, and it speeds up you getting bacon, which is number one in my book. So I got the pre-cooked, and so I'm just gonna, all I have to do is warm it up on the skillet after I'm done with my eggs, and it will taste just as good as non-pre-cooked. Yeah, so little pro tip for you for your brain pan. Use the pre-cooked bacon. I knew it. Oh, come on, man. There we go. We got it. I haven't perfected the art of doing that and not messing up the yolk yet, but I'm working on it. I'll get there. Everybody gotta start somewhere. So we'll just make this a scrambled mess. It's gonna be a great breakfast in the woods. Go. Get that ready, and look at that, huh? It's not bad for hauling everything in. I'll take it. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this while that's boiling, or getting ready to boil. And then I'll show you an interesting thing I did with coffee this time around. I'm doing something a little different, and I'll show it to you. Under 2.5 minutes, and we have a boil. So we're going to take that off. So the thing that I did differently with my coffee is I usually do the GSI pour over method, but this time around I've used these before, And if you know, the Folgers has these are the tea bag type or the coffee bag. And I know there's a few other brands that have this, but I drink Dunkin' Donuts, and Dunkin' is one of the brands that doesn't have them. So I was looking for solutions. So I went on Amazon and I found the blank tea bags that you can get that will hold enough coffee for coffee. So I put Dunkin' Donuts coffee in this bag, and I'm just gonna lightly teabag that water. That's what she said. And actually I just let it float in there for a bit and get it up to strength. And I just wanted to see if this method would work better than just bringing the pour over. The pour over just doesn't make strong enough coffee for me. So I'm hoping that this will work. If not, I will have a crappy cup of coffee today. Well, I'm happy to report the coffee bag was a success. So, ironically enough, I'm thinking about quitting coffee and going to tea anyway, but like a loose leaf tea, just to try something different. I actually don't, I drink 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day, and that's all. I don't really have that much. But tea seems like it would be easier, especially out here. I wouldn't have to bring sweetener, I wouldn't have to bring creamer, because I can't drink coffee black like a man. I have to drink it like a little girl. So, tea might be a better choice. But, worked out fine though. The only thing I will say, I will caution, is that make sure you understand it's going to soak up a lot of water, and so I didn't end up with a full cup. I ended up with about 3/4 of a cup due to this soaking up, a 1/4 of a cup. Just make sure you pay attention to that. Okay, gonna finish. I'm in no rush, by the way, as you can tell. The pond is there. It's gonna be there. We'll take a trip around it, or we'll take another look at it. But I'm in no rush. It is too beautiful a day to be in a rush, and it's so quiet out here, and there's so much solitude that I'm just soaking it up, man. Soaking it up. Jetboil Stash, highly recommend that. What other names can I drop here? Anyway, so I'm gonna finish my coffee, and then we'll go take a look at the pond. We'll see if we can find any other campsites. I'm about 3/4 of the way around it, so I didn't see any on my trip around. But we'll see. I might have discovered another gem that nobody goes to. Let's go take a little walk towards the lake here, or the pond, and let's see what it looks like in the early morning sun. It's about 8:30, I think, right now. Oh, cool. Hey, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Overgrown a little bit. Nobody camps here. I now have 2 spots to myself. Beautiful. Man, look at that. Spot. Now, I wouldn't filter out of this by any means, but it's pretty to look at. and I'm glad we found it. It's number 2. I think I got about, what, 6 more left in this area on top of this ridge of varying sizes and locations. And it's really hard to convey how beautiful things are without being there. It really is. So I get it, but that's why I try to get out as often as possible, so I never forget how beautiful nature really is. Because this is where I feel most at home, right here. This is where I feel most connected to God. This is where I feel most connected to the earth. And I know that sounds a little hippy-dippy, but I'm being for true. So anyway, probably gonna pack up here in a little bit and head in. Might have lunch on the tailgate today. I don't know. The day is still young. All right, no trace left. Can't even tell I was here. So now we got to go to the other side of the lake to pick up that old forest road back. And then we're gonna hopefully get a spot at the horse camp and cook lunch on a ribeye. Or no, cook a ribeye for lunch on the tailgate. That's what I meant to say. So let's go. Let's enjoy this beautiful walk back. Okay, so I got my awning set up. I'm back at the truck, obviously. I'm off the trail. I got my awning set up, and I have my new overlanding table that fits over the tire. And I got this from the Firebox Stove company. The normal one just is a metal grate on the top. This actually has like a cutting board surface on the top. So I really wanted to try this out when I made my ribeye. Let me bring you in for a closer look. So as you can see, this has, I don't know if you can see right here, it has a bubble level on it, so it can tell you if you're, need to switch left or right. So I'm just going to get out the stash again and make a ribeye and some naan bread. So nothing too exciting, but I just wanted to see how this works. It's pretty stable. You can't stand on it. It only holds about 50 pounds, but for a quick table, it's not bad. All right, let's get this going. Tell you what, I'm a big fan of this Jetboil frying pan. Big fan. We also have some garlic roasted naan bread. You see that right there. So I'm gonna put some butter on that. And the ribeyes I have are thin, and I got them thin on purpose just because they cook faster. And since I'm using a low heat here, I'm trying to conserve a little bit of fuel, but ribeye and some naan bread. Yeah. Pretty happy with this table. I'm going to use it a few times. I need to do a full review on it. The only downside is the leg that pops out. There's a third leg that pops out as a support leg. I guess my tire is too high, and so it doesn't reach the ground. So that's all right. I mean, it's still pretty sturdy as long as nobody steps on it. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this, and then I'll probably pack everything up, and I will be back for the outro. Thank you for coming along, by the way, and see you in a bit. Okay, back in the truck now, getting ready to head home. I hope you all enjoyed this another little adventure. I tried to make it better than the last one, but I had a great time. I had great food, a great sunset, a great sunrise, and just a good time in the woods. So always remember to get out there and explore, and we will see you later. Peace.